Hey guys, it's Katie. I'm here with Candace. There she is, the Uncensored Stylist. We've got a couple of questions for her that not only come through, from the group, but from me too. And then we're gonna get a quick tour of the salon. Okay, so tour first?
Tour first.
Tour first. All right, here we go. So I'm sitting on the couch, which you'll see in a moment, but we'll start at her desk.
This is where all the booking happens. Haha. But it also can double as a manicure station if by chance that ever happens. I have dryers over there because we do have some older residents and sometimes a blonde needs an upper. And then that's my color mixing station. I have 2 stations that I actually work out of because I do double, sometimes triple book.
Oh, funny. So that means like maybe somebody's hair's coloring while you're cutting another person or something like that.
Yeah, I usually have someone putting color on here, and then someone's already processing over there, and then we switch. And there's been times where I've messed up on my schedule, and so I'll have 3 to 4 people in here, and I have to keep reminding them, like, okay, we're going to wash you out, and we're going to do this, and we're going to do that, just so everyone knows that I'm not losing
track of everybody.
Track of everyone.
These are the kind of things we need on live.
Yeah.
So when you have these things pop up, you got to come on live so we can see what's going on.
Like, look at the chaos. And then there's my little seating area and my wonderful IKEA pictures.
They look great. Well, it looks beautiful in here. So tell me just a little bit about how this place came to be.
So funny enough, I was.
Oh, hi there.
Hey. Well, 1 second.
Sure, no problem.
Which one of you is Candice?
That'd be me.
Well, I have a 4:30 appointment,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Mills.
Yeah.
Okay, just passing.
Oh, you're fine.
Hi.
Well, see you later.
See you later.
So I was working in a salon in downtown Gilbert, and it was 1 day a week, and I had a new client, and it was the manager of Copper Springs, and she said, hey, we have a salon, we have no one to run it, do you want to? And so I'm like, oh, I'll take a quick tour. And I walk in, and this place is like
It's
a
beautiful.
hotel.
It's beautiful.
It's gorgeous. And it was just a lot more freedom. I had a schedule that I could make what I want. I got to do what I wanted, and I just kind of ran with it. So within a span of a month, I had a fully operational salon with 2 employees, down to 1.
That's
but
okay.
it's fine.
Yeah.
Things don't work out.
Sometimes they don't.
I'm a bit of an ass.
I don't believe that at all.
But yeah, this is now my 100% salon home. I don't go back and forth anymore, so I'm able to focus on everything here and less confusion. And
Nice. I love
Like
it.
it.
Super cute.
thanks.
By the way. So tell us a little bit how Candace came to be a stylist.
I actually never wanted to be a stylist.
Whoa, you heard it here, folks.
Yeah, never. So I got to a point in my life where I'm like, I have to do something. And I found out that hair school, I'm like, it's not that expensive, and it doesn't take that long, and it's always something I can fall back on. And so I go to school, and I actually found out that I'm really good at this. And it's kind of fun, and I like it, and I get to deal with people in a more positive way and have a positive effect versus, making a customer just happy for a second. So I got a job at a 5-star salon right out of school, and then I realized that those types of people weren't my thing, and I was just kind of suppressed as an artist. And so I started salon jumping at different price points to see where I wanted to fit in. And I found one, and then built up a clientele, may or may not have stolen, and then opened up my own thing, and I've been my own boss ever since. And for the longest time, I was that typical stylist. Like, I was still good at what I did, but I didn't stand out in any way. Like, it's just, I do your hair well. And I got mouthier and mouthier. And I realized that the way that I am personally, people are kind of digging that. And it's not pissing them off quite yet. Like, I haven't found that line and crossed it. And then there was the day that I crossed it. And there was this client, and she's like, well, I don't really appreciate your unprofessionalism. And I said, I wasn't unprofessional, I was just honest with you. And you didn't like that. And that's when I rebranded myself as the Uncensored Stylist. So now I come with a warning label.
I love it. And so basically, what does that mean?
Uncensored?
Well, I know what uncensored means, but what does it mean to you? And why does that describe you so well?
I like to pride myself on honesty and just and the honesty goes more towards, like, if I don't think something's going to look good on you, it's not just my opinion. It's based off of everything that I've done as a stylist and what I've seen and face shapes and colors and all that. But my honesty goes deeper, I think, because you could probably ask all my clients, and all of them have at least came to an appointment, didn't get anything done, and came back in a few weeks to a month. Because if you don't need your hair done, if your color's not ready to be redone or retouched, I'm not going to do it. Like, of course I need the money. I love money. Who doesn't love money? But that's not what drives me in my profession. I think that's what sets me apart. And in order to tell someone something different than what they were expecting, you have to have that brutal honesty and presence for someone to really take that seriously. So to go as uncensored, it has that warning label of I'm going to tell you like it is, but it also lets you know that I'm going to branch out on everything else to keep it all together. So.
Perfect. I love that explanation. That's awesome. And I love your logo. Show it to us.
There it is.
How cute.
I actually have a gift for you today.
Oh, I have a gift.
You have a gift. And
what? Look at how perfect this is. I get some swag.
It's the swag.
Awesome. I love it. Thank you. I love that logo, which is so adorable.
I did the shot glasses because I figured that at one point in time I'm going to drive my clients to drink, so I might as well supply the glass.
Or the other way around. They might
Definitely
drive
the
you
other
to
way
drink.
around. They have happy hour here every Friday night.
This place is great.
I swear to Jesus, there will be one day where I look at a client, I'm like, you need to hold on. Go out there, pound a glass of wine with some old people, come back in here, like, all right, I can tolerate you again.
Perfect. That's hilarious. Okay, so we have some questions.
Okay.
The first one is, would you do like a mother-daughter sort of both together? So a mother and a 5-year-old daughter, is that something that you would do? Do you have kids in the salon?
So I actually don't do children's hair. Mm-hmm. The only time that I'll do kids' hair is if they had an accident with a pair of scissors, or you took them to get their hair cut and it just got super screwed. So I'll fix things for kids to save a family photo, but on the regular, it's not something that I like to do, and it's mainly because I'm too much of a perfectionist when it comes to hair. Mm-hmm. Kids don't sit still. I have 3 kids, 4, 3, and 1.5. I just cut their hair for the first time that they've been alive a few weeks ago. So up until recently,
you won't even cut your own kids' hair.
I don't even cut my own kids' hair. The one question that I get asked a lot is coloring kids' hair. And I have a very strict rule, is you have to be at least 16, and you gotta be doing good in school, and otherwise I won't do it. And a lot of it has to do with the makeup of the hair. You know, if you color your hair when you're 10, 11, 12 years old, you're changing everything. Mm-hmm. And essentially ruining what a beautiful virgin head of hair is, mm-hmm. just because your kid wants something. Like you gotta tell them no. Something. We're not doing that.
Yeah.
So.
Gotcha. Awesome. All right. Next question. You ready? Mm-hmm. I'm pushing 40. Do I need to cut my hair? I don't want to, but some tell me that long hair is for young women.
Okay, so
40's not old, first off. So yeah, I had to cut that
40's 40's not old. And honestly, like, screw those people. Tell them to F off. But it's, first off, you gotta think of what you're comfortable with. If you like long hair, or if you like pixie cut, if whatever is gonna be the most comfortable and the most doable thing for you. Like, my first consultation with anybody, we sit down and we have a real life talk. I want to know what you do every day to get ready. How much time are you going to commit to your hair? And so if you're going just based on age and look, no. If you want to cater to a 40, you're going to get a 40-year-old haircut. But if you want that long hair and you just want to freshen it up to make it brighter or, you know, feel younger and spunkier, we can figure that out. But just because other people are assholes does not mean that you need to change hair.
Love it. Don't let other people be assholes. Moral of the story. Favorite drugstore shampoo, conditioner / conditioner for color treated hair? Any favorites?
No, it's not a thing.
Okay.
It's not ever a thing.
Okay.
So the nice thing about being my client is that you can, I don't think that I should profit on my clients wanting to keep their hair healthy, because in the end it helps me out, makes my job easier. So if you're my client and you need shampoo and conditioner, or you have some heat damage and so you need a heat protectant, I don't care. I go to the supply store once a week. I'll pick you something up and I'll give it to you at my cost. Because if that is the one thing that's keeping you from keeping your hair healthy and not putting shit on your hair, then I'm more than happy to do that. Plus, I want to deal with the tax bullshit that comes with it. So.
Gotcha. Any brands in particular that you quite like, or does it depend on the hair and all that jazz?
It depends on the hair. It really always depends on the hair. There's some product lines that I absolutely hate just because of my dealings with them, and there's some that I actually like. So, but to be honest, and this is my opinion, and it's not a popular one, but just give me 2 people that you know that don't have color on their hair. Everyone has it. So virtually almost all shampoo and conditioner is color safe, unless it's clarifying or it says otherwise. So you just have to know what certain things mean. Volume means that it's going to take every last piece of crap that you have on your hair, and it's going to leave it just lifeless. And that's where you're going to get your static. But if you have heavy hair and you're oily, that might be something you need. If you have that super thick, dense hair that's constantly dry, you're going to use that moisture. But someone with my thin hair, I'm not going to use a moisturizing one because it's going to be heavy and I'm going to
look slick.
I'm going to look bald. So it's just not a thing. So it's something you can always talk about with your stylist. But yeah, product, there's so much out there.
No one size fits all, basically.
No. I've gone through 4 dry shampoos this past month. So.
And that's you.
And that's me.
And you know what you're talking about. Next question. What's the best product to use for thick / coarse and wavy hair? So basically mine.
So it's not necessarily, like, product's great. Product always helps make things easier. But I like to tell people it's getting into a routine with your hair. So we all know you're not supposed to wash your hair every day. And if you do, you should stop it, and I'll yell at you and also threaten your life. But
take that.
Yeah, so wash your hair, and they have smoothing creams. Quidad is a really good curl line. It's very light. It doesn't have a lot of like chemical crap to it. They have a curl smoothing cream, and you blow out your hair, flat iron it, let it dry naturally, and then flat iron it. I don't care what you do. But try to stretch that out 2-3 days. So go straight, and then the next day, throw some curls in it. Day after that, do a cute updo, and day after that, start it all over again. And that's what's going to make it most manageable, is when you have that routine that you can set in, that you get comfortable with your hair and stop making it a chore.
Gotcha. Makes sense. I have a dry scalp. What is a good shampoo and conditioner to use? Head and Shoulders dries my hair out.
No shit.
That dandruff
That's
conversation.
So gross. Stop it. Head and Shoulders.
Stop
disgusting.
using it.
So you can take lots of different avenues. You can go the essential oils route, where you put some of that in your shampoo and whatever. A lot of it has to do with exfoliating. So when you actually shampoo and condition your hair, you need to get down to the scalp and scrub the shit out of it. But key point is to wash it out. Like, I don't care how long it prolongs your shower time or how loud your kids are screaming. Like, get in there and make sure all that product's out, because most of the time when you have that dandruff or you have that dry scalp, it's right here, because whenever you put something in your hand, you put it on your hair, it's just automatic and it goes. So you have this, it's just kind of get in there. But moisturizing shampoos and conditioners, any type of treatments, that kind of helps. You just have to be aware that your hair is going to be slightly oilier for the next week or two after that, just because you put a bunch of crap on your hair.
Right, gotcha. Best clarifying shampoo or product to remove red from your hair?
Red is the devil. It is the hardest color to get, keep, and get rid of. And there's not, like, any clarifying shampoo is just really just going to brush the surface. Some of the tricks that people will tell you is to put, like, baking soda in your hand with your shampoo, and that'll kind of rough it up and get it out. Don't do the dish soap thing. It's just stupid. Otherwise, you can go to a stylist such as myself, and one of my favorite things that I use is a color remover. And what it does is it removes oxidized hair color out of hair without adding that further damage that, say, like bleach would, or doing clarifying shampoos over and over and over again to where it's stripping every type of good thing you could have going for your hair. So,
good answer. All right. Is a blowout better for my hair rather than flat ironing?
Heat's heat, you know, and it depends on how good you are with blowing it out, and it depends on how slow you are with a flat iron. So, if you are just going constant with the blow dryer, and it's, you know, you're doing 30, 40 minutes of heat, that's just as bad as using a flat iron with, you know, 400 degrees on the setting. So, if you have the time, let your hair air dry, be free and natural and happy, and then flat iron it. Or if you're good at working that round brush, get it over with. But key to any time you ever blow out hair is to make sure that you just overall dry it to about 80%. And that's when you start working it with your brush, because that's where you're putting the most direct heat on any piece of hair.
Gotcha. And so with hair like mine, where it's curly and crazy and thick and weird, so your suggestion is to let that fully air dry, and you realize what it'll look like, right?
Yeah.
And then
You gotta send me a selfie.
It
doesn't work unless you send me a selfie.
Kind of like Diana Ross. Then that will all flat iron out?
It should. I mean, I don't have that problem personally, but with my clients, there's times where, so a curly haired client, I ask you, do you wear your hair curly or straight? Which one do you wear more? Because the cuts are different.
Right.
You know, so if they say I go kind of in between, it's a good half and half, then I'll cut you curly, I'll throw your ass under the dryer to see how it dries naturally. And if you have like this big Christmas tree bush of a hair, then we attack that, and then I flat iron it out. And I have a pretty badass flat iron, but I've never had an issue. It's very therapeutic. I like it. It's like my Zen garden of hair.
So speaking of curly hair, what's the best care for curly, unruly, wacky Diana Ross hair?
Diana Ross hair. I guess just get a music career.
That would work.
Right? Start singing your heart out. There's products are really going to be the biggest help. There's different cute little things. Like there's one called plopping. And what you do is when your hair's wet, you roll it up in a towel, or you you take it and you curl it, and then you almost like kind of pin curl it on top of your head, and then you put a towel over it, and you let it dry like that. Like it takes a long time, but it makes your curls more unified.
Oh, nice.
Like together. One of my really good friends does it, and I thought she was just stupid. And then I YouTubed it. Like, this is actually a thing. And then I did it to one of my clients because, you know, let's be honest, they're all my guinea pigs.
Right.
And I'd be damned if it didn't work. So, YouTube plopping.
Plopping. Got
Hair
that,
plopping.
people?
Probably should put hair in
plopping.
there.
What looks better in a photo shoot, natural hair color or highlights?
Well, it really depends on your setting. Like, if you want to do also depends on what you want. But I think highlights add a dimension to hair that is just gorgeous. It's one of my favorite things to do. And there's ways to do it to where you won't have that grow out if it's not something you want to do regularly. But I think highlights kind of just make your hair pop, or if you curl it, it's going to make those curls look more defined. Like, there's certain tones in the hair, excuse me, and in color that really make certain things pop.
Awesome. How do I make a ponytail look cute?
You don't.
So just don't do it.
Just don't do it.
Okay, just don't do it. How do I do a quick and easy cute style, like for the working woman on the go?
Oh, good old Holly.
So
I'm sorry, I like tickled my throat.
do I, actually, just all of a sudden.
Yeah.
What's happening?
I don't
What
know.
are they pumping into these walls? Or into these vents?
We're getting poisoned.
Fall asleep.
So when you're kind of on the go, I can just tell you what I do. My biggest go-to thing is I bring my hair back, I twist it, and then I pin it. And then it'll just start kind of naturally falling.
Gotcha.
And then you have a new look. And it's on the go, it's quick, and then when you take it down, because you twist it in the back, it gives a little bit of volume.
Nice.
Or even just a little halfy up here. And I always just, the less you think about it,
The better.
I probably look absolutely ridiculous
No,
right
you
now,
don't.
but
It's cute.
yeah.
You'll catch it on the replay.
Right. Yeah, so when you think, oh, I want a messy look, you're going to try and achieve that messy look. And you're going to try and perfect it, and then it's going to look like shit. To where if you're just not thinking about it, and you just throw your head upside down, throw it up,
It's gonna be
that's
awesome.
when you achieve the messy bun.
Yep, I've actually experienced that. Very, very true. Funny. Anything else you'd like to add to our people, or tell our people before we go?
God, stop getting your hair done in kitchens.
Ooh, kitchen hair.
Kitchen hair is awful.
Tell us about kitchen hair.
Kitchen hair is the worst thing in all of existence. At least for me. So there's a certain thing when it comes to a salon. The chair works a certain way. You get comfortable with different heights and levels. You know where your stuff is. Like, you become in the zone, right? Now, if you come to my house and I do your hair in my kitchen, there is no way that it's going to end up the same. Now, if you put someone in that element that stays in that element, it's nothing. I have yet to see something that someone said, oh yeah, I go to our house and we have wine and it turns out great. Like,
So you have yet to see something spectacular come out of the kitchen.
yeah, and I usually end up fixing kitchen shit. I actually have a client right now that came to me, and her hair was so damaged from a kitchen job, who she was referred to by a lot of people. But her hair was so damaged, she had to come back every 2 weeks for a conditioning treatment that I offer. And it wasn't until last week that I could actually put, it was just a semi-permanent color on her hair, just to even things out.
Wow.
So, and she was a blonde. She's now a brunette. Like, she has hair that she doesn't want that's so damaged that I hesitate doing it. But I'm so concerned about it now that now I don't want anyone else to do it.
Mm-hmm.
So, probably in the next month, like I would say like 6 to 8 weeks, I'll be able to highlight her again. But even then, I'm taking so much precaution, and it's just like my biggest problem with kitchen hair, or just really what's becoming of the industry in general, is a lot of stylists are losing that passion, or they never had it to begin with. It's just, you know, like let's be honest, it's a money-making business.
Mm-hmm.
You know, everyone wants their hair done, and if you can fake it at least for the first appointment, you're going to get at least 2 out of somebody. So, I will not sleep at night if I don't think someone likes their hair. If someone didn't like something that I did, or something that could be tweaked, I'm the don't get me wrong, I can be incredibly intimidating because I tell people no, and I curse a lot, and, you know, just, I have this big presence. But at the end, I try and come down a little bit and be like, you know, if you have any questions or concerns, or this isn't working out, I know we've changed this, please let me know, and I'll get you in anytime.
So customer service is super important to you.
It's incredibly important.
I think it's everything too.
Because let's be honest, I have the power to screw your confidence like for 6 months, and I can do it in 2 seconds.
Yeah.
And that's the power that stylists hold, and I think that a lot of them forget that. It's like, oh, this is just another color, this is just another haircut, and they just get lost in whatever they have going on and aren't focusing on what they're doing. And so a lot of I added the numbers up like a month ago, so it could be higher, it could be lower, but 79% of my new clients are coming from a bad experience.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Well, good thing they found you.
Right?
So speaking of finding you, how are we going to find you?
Oh, so I have a pretty awesome Facebook page, The Uncensored Stylist. I try and keep it light and lively, and I do talk shit on there, and there is profanity, so
be warned.
Definitely be warned. And I post updates and all that stuff. I have a booking system. You can book with me online, and I'm not going to lie, I'm going to tell you to go on there anyways, because it's going to be the quickest way for you to see my availability, see my pricing, and all that, and that is the uncensoredstylist.life.
So the uncensoredstylist.life is the best way to book with you.
Yep.
Your Facebook page is the best way to communicate with you.
Yep.
All right. Awesome.
And my cell phone is on there.
What's your number?
480-290-4490.
Awesome.
And I may or may not reply to you.
It just depends.
It just depends on the day. But, I mean, if it's a Thursday or Friday, I'm booked solid. So if you're texting me, I'm probably not gonna answer you. Like,
right.
I'm busy. Leave me alone.
Right.
But anyways, the booking system, I really do love that. The only thing that I can say is that if you're looking for a specific time and there's not enough time allocated for what you want, that's when you should text me and say, hey, went on the system, this is what I want, is it possible? And usually I can work magic, but...
Love it. I love your use of technology. That's my favorite.
You know, it's a blessing and a curse, but still like it.
Absolutely. Awesome. All right, ma'am. Well, thank you for spending a little bit of time with us.
Yeah, anytime.
And say goodbye to the ladies.
Bye. Thank you.
All right, guys, that was awesome. I'm so glad that we got to get most of your questions answered. And, you know, here sitting with Candace is pretty cool. So I'm going to go for another little tour, or a better tour of this place, because it was crazy when I walked in. I couldn't believe it. I'm going to do that real quick and then let her get to her clients, because she's got some clients to handle that are probably coming in pretty soon. Right, Candace?
Yep, in about 10 minutes.
In about 10 minutes. Gotta go. Bye.